I was alone. Totally alone in Calgary. I didn't feel that fearless anymore without Papa. Where the heck have I ended up, Mummy? What have I done? 20 years old and alone, standing outside a motel, feeling the sharp chill of an autumn day in Calgary. Stupidly, I did not have a jacket. It was freezing, not the hot and humid 30 degrees Celsius of Singapore. It was 10 degrees Celsius. I stared at the unsmiling, unfamiliar faces around me. People dressed in cozy jackets to wield off the icy fingers of the wind. Thoughts crowded my mind. Singapore, Calgary, run away from an arranged marriage, get a degree. Papa has left. I know no one. Conflicting contemplations. Though, as I shivered, a quivering feeling of euphoria slowly snaked from my belly to my throat. My eyes widened as I realized I had made it to the University of Calgary to get a degree, against all odds, the decider of my own destiny. What grand adventures would I experience? Sad but thrilled, I grabbed my suitcase and marched off in the direction of the University of Calgary. I knew it was about a 15-minute walk to my new dormitory room, and I needed to clear my head. Suddenly, a yellow taxi screeched to a stop right in front of me. I jumped back in surprise. Wait, what? It was that bloody taxiwala that Papa had been waiting for to take him to the airport. That was the man we met when Papa came with me 10 days ago. When we arrived at the Calgary airport, we went to the taxi stand and had gotten into this man's cab. You see, taxiwala drove us from the airport to Motel Village, close to the University of Calgary. He told us that there were about 10 motels next to one another and we could easily get one. Papa talked to him the whole way. Papa told him our whole family history and plans for the next 10 days. So, taxiwala gave Papa his phone number and promised to show us around Calgary. Papa asked him where the Gurudwara in Calgary was. Taxiwala said, "Don't worry, I will take you." He showed up 2 days later to take us to the Sikh temple in the southwest of Calgary. Then, taxiwala drove us to downtown Calgary and showed us the famous Calgary Tower and Bow River. 2 new, unexpected friends. Papa made plans to meet with him again the next day. Great. Bonding with taxiwala. Papa was enthusiastic on the last evening together when we went to the keg for dinner. He put his hand on taxiwala's shoulder and on mine and declared to me, "Now you have someone who can help you when I am gone. Take care of my daughter." Then they both hugged each other like long-lost brothers. So, here I was, Mummy. Papa had just left in the other taxi to go to the airport, and here was taxiwala. He jumped out of his taxi and said, Sorry, Simran, I was stuck in a terrible traffic jam near the airport. Where is your papa?" I glared at taxiwala and snarled, "You know he is gone. He left. You were late." "Acha." He shook his head and smiled. Okay. I'll take you to your dormitory. Come." He grabbed my suitcase. I slid into his taxi in the front seat next to him. His taxi still had the pungent smell of stale cigarettes from the last few times I was in it. I cranked open the window to breathe the cold, crisp Calgary air. He glanced at me sideways while he reassured me Papa must have made it in time to catch his flight to Singapore. Thankfully, it was only a 5-minute drive, and we reached outside the 7-story building of my new home. Kananaskis Hall, the building where my dormitory is in, Mummy, and he parked in the visitor's spot. I jumped out of the taxi and said, "Thank you."